Hey, everybody. Welcome to this week's rendition of the 5-Pin Universal Championship. We have a great match going on today. I'll bring in our other 5-Pin Universe guys. We'll start with my brother. Hello, Tim. Welcome to the party. And our newest 5-Pin Universe member, Daryl. Hey, man. The stash is looking fantastic.
I got a week.
I'll bring in our champion, our founder, our hero, Mr. Karie Kreutz. He will be playing in the preliminary match. Hello, Karie.
Nobody look at the baldness.
Welcome aboard. Yeah, that's proceeding really quick.
When's the last time you played without a hat?
Hey, I play the tournaments without a hat, so
okay.
If I'm just talking, I always wear a hat.
You're taking this one serious then. Wow.
As much as I can, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to bring in Karie's opponent here, the one, the only, Mr. Charles Haun from last week's rendition of this and calling out Karie Kreutz. So here he is this week, here to take on Mr. Karie, and we'll bring in the gentleman that the two of them will be facing, or the one of them will be facing after the preliminary match. Our current champion, Steve Cummings. Welcome aboard.
Hey, guys.
So, Charles, Karie, how you guys feeling?
I'll let Charles go first. No, go ahead, Charles.
Not gonna lie to you, probably, unlike Karie, this is probably a bigger match to me than it is him. So, trying to battle out of my level, but I think if I throw a good consistent ball and clean up some spares, I can maybe put a little pressure on him, and you never know. It's bowling, so that's what's exciting about this.
Yeah, that's the thing about the 2-game match. It's anything could happen. So Charles can definitely play, and I'm not going to say I'm not at my best, but I haven't played very well the last couple of years, so Charles has a good chance as any. So.
Stop coughing out this early, Karie.
I need an easy out, Charles.
Yeah, set the excuses early. Absolutely.
You know what? I wish I was know that you tweaked my back a little bit, so I just hope I can follow there too.
Well, Steve just died, so.
Yeah, but Steve's got an hour to rest, so he's going to have to go really limber up before he plays again.
And a lot of stretching pretty soon.
Yeah.
I'm super glad you found your cell phone so you could be on this podcast today, Charles.
The most nervous person was going through all day to work without it, but we got her, so it was exciting. When you're a sales manager, it's amazing how you quite rely on a cell phone.
Yeah, pretty fun time there last week with the average Joes.
It was really good. And again, I appreciate you guys for giving the platform and everything. It's awesome.
Are you nervous at all for today, Charles?
Absolutely.
That's good.
Yeah, we'll see how the follow through and the shoulder reacts.
Yeah, but some nerves are good. It means it matters, right?
Yeah.
When was the last time you felt some major nerves for anything bowling related?
Probably last time I qualified for the TBC. And I proceeded to
so it feels good, right?
First state training left 3 pits, so let's hope that doesn't do that again.
If I play with you, there's no guarantees, bud.
And it's kind of to the brass and Claire's probably watching, so he's probably going to chirp or something here at some point.
But Karie's going to have chirpers too.
Yeah, like I said, if I lose this match, I'm probably going to retire, just like Adam Weber here.
Yeah, I just want to know how fast and how many frames carry until you start to tighten up a little bit. I mean, after 3 or 4, if Charles has he starts with a triple or something, it's going to be nervous, right?
DB, I fully expect Charles to throw more strikes than me. I just hope I spare more than he does.
I think he was working on no. Charles was saying that pregame, and he came in and he was working on his corner pin spares. So,
yikes!
How many beers is Charles in?
0, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, yeah, that's not good. All right,
yeah. Have you declared beer frame, Charles? What beer frame?
No, I have not. I didn't know if Karie wanted to play that.
I'm up for anything, Charles.
Okay, well, we can discuss it out there if you want.
All right, you guys all set to go?
You bet.
All right,
Yeah.
so go throw a few warm-up balls, and then when you guys are ready, just give Chris a wave, and we'll get you guys fired up.
Perfect. Thanks.
Yeah, good luck, guys.
Good luck.
Do I just...
As Charles trying to find his way to, I'm just gonna mute him because he can't figure out how to leave the chat. So, what are you guys feeling? Who do you think? I mean, do you think Karie has a major advantage in this, or?
You know, it's 2 games. I think Charles can win one, and then anything can happen in the tiebreaker, right? So, you know, you saw last time when Daryl had a terrible first game, and then, you know, and he came back and won the game against Steve, and then they had a great tiebreaker back and forth. Anything can happen, right? So,
Absolutely.
So I don't know. Obviously I think advantages to Karie, right?
I think, honestly, guys, it's going to be a blow-away. I mean, I love Charles, but I think Karie also wants to come and crush this. He doesn't want to put up a bad showing, right? And I think he's going to throw a couple of 300s here. I think it'll be pretty impressive. So that's what I'm looking for. I think Charles will put on a good show. I don't think he's going to throw a dud up, but I just think that Karie's going to come to play, and it's going to be go time for him, right?
Oh, be tough.
That's my prediction. I see.
I don't blame you. I just have to pick the average Joe, right?
Yeah, no, I fully support Charles. Like you said, if he can win one game like I did last week with Steve, and that's really what I was obviously wanting to do, is you win a game and you get your bull off, right? But that didn't work. So I don't know. I see Karie. I see Karie playing really sharp here today.
I can. And plus,
Steve, what do you think? You see these 2 guys out there warming up a little bit, getting ready?
Well, I think it's important for Charles to get off to a good start. I think he's got nothing to lose, so if he can get off to a good start, all the pressure goes right on to Karie right at the hop. So,
yeah,
Karie on paper should win this match, as we said. But as we get, it's bowling, right? Anything can happen. But I think if Charles gets off to a good start, it's going to really put some pressure on Karie. Not that he can't handle it, but it's definitely going to be. Charles needs to get off to a really good start, I think.
Yeah, and hopefully maybe see a little bit of energy, not nervous energy, but positive energy and good calm down. Like, I feel good. I can do this, right? So, yeah.
Charles can definitely throw a ton of strikes. And if Charles gets in a roll, everything will crunch and go for him. So
there he goes. Good start.
Nothing's worse when you're playing a guy like say Charles is 230 and Karie's like 260. And you should, in your head, you say, you know what, I should be able to beat this guy. And then you're struggling and you're down, and all of a sudden you're trying to claw back and you put a little bit more pressure on yourself, right? So I think that's the one thing with Charles, right? So
Deck, just a little comment there. Looks like they're bowling. Charles is bowling on lane 1 and Karie's bowling on lane 3. Keeping themselves good, socially distanced apart. We've sort of advised them, don't go too close to each other, and you're doing something a little different, right? So this is kind of twofold as to the reasons why we're doing this today. This is in all likelihood probably the last time that we'll probably run this for a little bit, but we'll know in a little bit. But with the new restrictions here in Alberta, we are only allowed to have people on their lanes from their household. There's not to be any inside social interaction. So we're spacing the lanes apart, and this way they can still compete but not be on the same set of lanes and still adhere to the new restrictions that are in place. The other reason why we're doing this, just a little plug out there, we did announce last week that we were going to start that 5-pin Universe Elite League, or whatever we want to call it, that's around the country, but it will be virtually done like this as well. So we actually used the system that we're planning on using for that to do this. So it was a good way of testing it as well. So so far it looks like it's working. So that's a good sign. Yeah, neat. Well, that's good. I know you guys and like all other bowling centers out there taking every precaution you can and sanitizing and doing what you got to do. So it's good to show people that something like this can be done. But limiting the social interactions is what's important, right? So.
Absolutely.
Tough match there. Charles obviously a tough little punch in 2, but comes back with a good strike in 3. Karie threw 2 huge bombs, didn't he? Right?
Yeah, they were absolute money out of his hand. But Charles throws that shot where everything just kind of rolls out.
Yeah.
He gets to the side.
Yeah. From here, it looks like another bomber, right? So.
Yeah, absolutely explosive. I can hear it from the party room out to the lanes.
Daryl, did you know some inside details or something about Karie, or what? Like,
what do you mean?
Well, obviously, you see he's going to come out just shooting bombs at him, right? And all of a sudden,
I think Karie knows that he has more to lose than he has to gain. So I think that he'll he just wants to come in and put on a show. And as the president, as a top-ranked bowler, I mean, he wants to come and throw big ones. We've had a couple of good ones last match, and he doesn't want to be any different, right? So wants to play his own game rather than having to worry about what Charles is doing. And if Charles gets on a run, then it's there. So that's just sort of was my gut feeling with Karie, right? So
I thought he really just wanted to win $100 today so that he could buy some Rogaine.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I think we're all in the same boat there, pal. So.
I know. I just love it when the joke's not about me.
Hey, I like that Gino said hello from Manitoba there. That's nice. I know Manitoba's in full-on lockdown. To everybody else that's watching out there, shoot us a message. And where are you right now? So we can sort of see what kind of diverse reach that we have. It'd be good to see, Jeff and Sean and the guys. So let's just see where everybody's out there from.
That's Jason Scaletta. He must have just been let out of Facebook jail.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Another double there for Charles, right? So that's what we're talking about now. If he's going to go again here, he's got a triple.
Yeah, and he was – that's very observant of you, Daryl.
Yeah. Way to go. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And he threw strikes on the left. He's thrown strikes on the right. He just can't put it to the front of it, right? But he has good roll on a shot, a nice little easy roll. Good pin splash because everything stays down. I looked way left.
So are you saying, Dexter, that Gino Scaletta is not Gino? It's actually Jason?
It's Jason. Jason Scaletta. Yeah. I think Gino is his gangster name.
Yeah. I had a funny moment. Somebody called the office and was looking for Johnny, Mark Johnstone. And I said, oh, hey, man, how you doing? What's going on? Right? And then I went and got Johnny. And Mark's talking to him for a bit. And he says, who was that I was talking to? And like, that's Daryl. Like, that's like you mean the commentator? Yeah. Why is he there at work with you? Like, because he's Fred. So it was a good little funny moment. So I apologize to you, Jason, out there. I guess we all go through the same thing.
That's actually hilarious. Yeah, a good 3-pin spare by Charles there. That's big momentum saver. Especially when Karie opens 4. So that's big momentum saver. I'm sure he wants that 3-pin back, but, covered it up nicely.
Hi, Allison from the banquet room. We're a little bit outside there for Karie. Almost pushed. You can almost see that, too, in his arm backswing. Right. I like that we've got Vancouver Island out there. Good to see you, Sean. We got and Sean Dino from Prince Albert, Leanne from Duncan, love it. Jen Baldwin from the West End. Good to see everybody.
West Side.
Yeah, that was better from Karie. Yeah, his first one you could almost tell. I mean, you guys can know as soon as you can take it back, your arm swing back, right? You can already tell it's getting a little sideways.
Absolutely. I wonder how Charles is feeling. I wonder if he's starting to settle in or if he's still super nervous at this point.
Yeah. This is a big one, I think, right here. Looks good. There you go.
A little slider.
A little slider, yeah.
The big thing with Charles is Charles just doesn't get aggressive enough. And so when he needs a big shot, he just pushes. So that was a great shot for Charles there.
A bit pushy. Steve, have you played at all since your match? Obviously, with leagues being shut down, have you gotten a chance to come and drop in and throw some balls?
Yeah, we threw 3 games last week for a pre-bowl last Wednesday or last Thursday, so that's about it. Okay. It didn't go so well.
No, it didn't, hey?
Let's just say I had more head pins and strikes. So
here's a good one. Well done, Charles.
All right.
So now what do you think? Is Karie starting to feel a little bit sort of wow, right? Or is he still
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah. Charles could take the lead here right away.
Oh, big shot, Karie.
Good answer. Good answer. We got a match, boys.
I think the left side of the head pin, if he hit in that one, almost a little bit smoother for him.
Yeah, it looks like he's playing the left side a little.
Steve, do you play the side at all, or are you just chucking?
I'm just chucking.
Yeah.
Left side, right side, doesn't matter. As long as I got the good rotation, it should work. As long as I get to the side of it.
Good
But
feel.
I'm not aiming for a pocket.
No, agreed on that.
Yeah.
Do you play different lines though, Steve, or do you play always up the gut?
Mostly up the gut. I mean, that's my most comfortable, but I have played different lines if need to in some cash tournaments, stuff like that. Obviously, if you're struggling, you only got 8 games to qualify, so you can't stick with one line too long. So I have played a few other lines, but usually just a couple boards either way. But sometimes when you need desperate measures, so I'll try some extreme things, but it usually only works for a few frames or a game or two. Then you just kind of go back to your normal things. But
yeah, just a brain reset.
Yeah.
There you go. So that's a little push that I'm telling you guys, right?
That was a little loose down. You almost walked a little bit there to the right too, and you almost had to come back across the body, and it was almost far gone by the time you got there. Those are big, strike and spare for Karie there, and puts up a good number. And see, there's the push the other way. That's too bad, Charles. I like Kathy shoots. Cancun. Thanks for coming. Are you down at the pool bar or where are we? Probably not a pool. You're probably at your own condo or something down there. We want to know more, Kathy. What do you?
At this point, you could rent one room in the resort and own the whole place.
Yeah, just high roller in the resort. We got Red Deer. I like it. Justin, Danielle, and Melissa from Brampton. But really, we all want to know what's going on Cancun.
I see that they're allowing. They're going to start allowing travel to. Well, I think they already allowed travel to Mexico, but with the fast testing when you come back, so we might actually start being able to.
Yeah, through Calgary. So Charles is 231, 275 here, 276.
Yeah.
Right? So that can still put some pressure on going 9-10, the first one to finish. Or no, he's not finished. This is his frame here. And he missed.
Yeah, I missed by a long shot.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get Kathy in on live on the stream. Can we send her a link to this and see if we can do a little visual?
Are you sure she's got clothes on?
Yeah,
I mean,
we should maybe ask that first.
She is a shoots.
Yeah, it is. Fair enough. Where's Henry?
Yeah, no, you know what? After hours bowling wasn't good last week.
Big bomb there for Karie. Good shot.
Yeah, that. Karie just literally needs to hit a pin now. 1 point to shut him out.
Yeah.
Match 1 goes to Karie. But Charles had a good stretch of marks there in the middle. Got a little pushy 8 and 9, but
well, he got his pin that he needed there for the first one. So he didn't get his 300 that I called earlier. He was on pace. Thanks, Karie.
all right, so finishes with 277. That's a solid game by Karie.
Yeah.
Let's see if Charles can bang out and gain a little bit of momentum here, and we'll throw them back in the chat here right away.
So Charles was first to finish this game, so that means Karie will be, or sorry, other way around.
Yeah, Karie will start the next game.
Karie will start, and Karie will finish then first. Yeah. Gotcha. Kathy was just BSing us. We were all getting excited that somebody was down in Mexico and going on a travel. Well done. Right? Palmer from Edmonton. Jennifer Haas from Yorkton. Nice to see you watching. Jordan Schutz. Yes, you definitely need to keep watching. There's still a game left here.
Palmer, you weren't there. You weren't there after bowling, after the cameras went down.
Yeah.
Ask his daughter.
Yeah.
How you doing, Karie? Well, good match, guys.
Yeah, good game, Karie. Can't hear you. No, we'll go to Charles.
Yeah.
That was strong finish.
Well, you know what?
Strong finish.
You had a super good stretch there in the middle there, Charles. Looked like you had things going for you, and then what happened there? You got a little pushy?
I think so. A little pushy there, and then I tried to overcrack and went the other way. So, kind of what happened. Keep it going, right? But it is what it is.
Well, that's one game, no big deal.
No, I just did five throw the same thing, just better 8, 9, and 10, and
exactly.
Could have happened in 8 would have been nice, and then different game.
Yeah, I think it was the 8th frame, right? You had the 3-pin in the middle, and you had a double, and then it was the push in 8. That could have been a good big one there.
Yeah.
You're right there.
Like you said, right?
Right.
You still got another game. You can do it. Get off with the same start, and now you finish this one. See what happens.
Hey, people like that with the easy 230s for a guy to bowl, right? Open 8, 9, and 10 for 230.
Totally. Yeah, but that game is only worth 1 point, right? So no big deal. Forget about that one and just try to win the next one. Yeah, good bowling there.
Yeah, try some different tactics there. A little bit longer. Maybe frown a little bit. Some fist pumps. I didn't fist pump. I'm gonna add some fist pumps this game.
Yeah.
All right. I'm looking forward to seeing the fist pumps.
Lots of fist pumps.
That's right. Yeah, it looks like you were throwing pretty good there, Karie. Looks like you had a good rhythm right away.
Yeah, I just made a couple quick mistakes, just going a little too fast. But that's my typical miss. So.
Well, yeah, not bad. You haven't thrown a ball in 2 weeks. Charles threw lots of balls last week.
Yeah. But like you said, that's only worth 1 point. So,
Karie, there is a rumor though you're playing for some Rogaine. That's what I heard.
Hey man, whatever. Take off your hat and lean forward.
Yeah. Who won the beer frame? I forget. Who won the third? We didn't talk about that during there. Did you play a beer frame?
No, Charles never said. He said it was up to him.
Yeah.
Charles said 8th frame. I heard.
Bring it on, Charles.
Are you guys gonna do one this game?
Sure, we'll do the 8th frame. How's that, Charles?
Okay.
You're gonna make him wait all the way to the 8th frame?
Sure.
Wow.
I'll make sure that
Charles,
big fist pump if I win that.
Charles, we play the 3rd frame normally, right? We play the 3rd frame. Play the 3rd frame.
Yeah, second or third.
Yeah.
But I'll
Okay,
go 8.
you guys decide then.
Okay. 1st frame.
Oh,
There it is.
frame 1. I like it. All right.
I was gonna say the same thing. Yeah.
All right, let's get this thing on the road
All
then.
right. Have fun, boys.
Good luck. What do you think's happening in this one, Steve?
I think Karie's going to take this one.
Yeah, I just feel like Karie's got confidence, and I hope Charles finds his confidence early. Like I said, the guy can throw a ton of strikes, but he.
Well, he had it there. I mean, he did have a solid game through the middle, but exactly what he thought would happen happened, right? And that's unfortunate. And we know that in order for him to win, he was going to have to not do that. And unfortunately, he did exactly what thought was going to happen, right? So
yeah, exactly. As soon as you start talking about it, you make it happen.
Yeah, you got a little pushy, but I mean, so maybe this game it doesn't happen. He can build on. He can go. And if he starts, double, then there's the beer frame punch.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I like it.
That might be the momentum swing Charles needs.
Yeah, we might have to.
Charles is pretty good about beer frames. I have trust me.
Yeah, he touches up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were thinking hiatus because Charles is going to wait for his beer now.
Well, yeah. Karie going to max out at 9 for the beer frame.
9 for the beer frame.
He's already digging in his pocket.
Oh, look at him warming up. He's stretching it out. I love it.
Evan knows how tough a beer frame is, right? Because he always buys me and Charles beer on Sundays. So
yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Fist bump, too. Yeah, Joe.
Man of his word. Man of his word. Here we go.
You did mention a little bit, Dexter, about the pro team league. That's, there's been a lot of traction. We don't want to over talk because it's not still a lot of time and details, but it's kind of nice that there's some traction and willingness across the country, provided that bowling centers are allowed to do something. So,
yeah. Oh, yeah. Tons of traction. It was awesome. I mean, hey, we were like, hey, you think we can get 8 teams? And then we got 8 teams immediately. And then there was, a push to get to 10, and then there was a push to get to 12. And then we've kind of, reimagined how like divisions and scheduling and whatnot. But it took off really quick. I think that this is going to be a great way to compete when we can't do anything right now. So
and we know that there'd be other places too that would, be putting in teams if they knew if they weren't going to be in lockdown. I know Winnipeg's obviously talked about it, right? There's plenty of desire to play, so you just can't, right? And hopefully maybe it's something we can do, obviously starting in the new year, and we can find a way to make sure we can do it. And then it'll be something that would build on. Maybe next year there's an expansion and there's more to it. It's the pro league, right? So it's a pretty good brainchild here of some of these guys. So I'm looking forward to building on it, right? I know Steve's on a team, right? Tim, Dex is on a team. A lot of guys are on teams. So
I think I think if it's this is the year to actually do it, and I think this is the year to take it. Might as well, right? I mean, there's nothing else going on. If this is the year to do it, this is the year, right? So.
Yeah. For sure.
The only downside, I mean, long term, the goal is to do these things in person, but the virtual side is great for now. The only downside of it is obviously like pinfall disparity, but I don't really think that there is that big of a pinfall disparity across the country these days. You start putting down some oil and some black bases, and all of a sudden the scoring goes up exponentially. I mean, like. A great supporter of ours, the Sandersons, they put on the black bases and they started oiling and stuff. And like, man, they're the best pinfall in Calgary now.
Is that right? Good.
Oh, Toppler's pinfall is fantastic.
Good.
We have good pinfall. Bonnie Doone's got a good pinfall. But overall, it'll be really nice to be able to, showcase a lot of these centers from around the country and bring people together. So, and I don't think too many people are, too against the virtual thing. I mean, people just want to compete however they can right now, and this is the way of the world at the moment. So we're doing what we can. And
Charles is 0 for 1 on corners. He said he practiced it. He's 0 for 1 on corners. Yeah.
Scotty Barber, welcome to the party. I know you're probably late. You're probably at the gym working out and pumping some iron. So good to see you here. Thanks for joining us finally. We got Charles Beerframe Haun and El Presidente Karie Kreutz playing at the moment. A little comment, Jeremy. I know Dawson Creek looking at a team out there. That would be great to be able to have an expansion out there at some point. So it's good, right? There's, like you said, a 6 or 7 player team in any house can compete on any given day. So there's going to be lots of opportunity to get more teams in. Yeah,
we're just going to have to become like a full-time thing with full-time employees to do this stuff. But you know what? I'm glad somebody's taken it on. Karie's had tons of great ideas over the years. So here's just another one of those. And Daryl, man, you jumped on right away and you've been a ton of help. So thank you for that.
Oh, well.
Tim's just kind of floating along.
Yeah. I don't have a lot else to do at nighttime. And my girls are, they don't want to really hang out with me. They're off playing on their iPads and playing games. And I try to come and hang out with them and they're like, Dad, just go talk to bowling people. Do
you think it's the mustache?
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely the mustache. So maybe in December I'll go back into retirement, but we'll see.
Yeah. So apparently Charles destroyed our lane.
Yeah, he broke it. Based on of the restrictions here too, it's interesting that happened here in Alberta, obviously, is anybody in junior high is now junior high and high school are no longer in school coming up November 30th, right? So this Friday here is the last day of school for my oldest daughter, so she's not super happy about having to be at home all day. But again, everything's changing and everything's different, and I know it's different every across the country, but everybody's dealing with a little bit of something, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just a nightmare, and it needs to end soon. But just do what you can while you can, and take advantage of whatever small victories you can have.
That's right. Yeah.
Your comment won my comment of the week last week, Jen. Hands down.
Henry, that was so funny last week. I mean, there was Henry no shirt, and then there was Henry no other things too.
Yeah. Later on the night, it was Henry no shirt, no pants, no problem.
Yeah. Scott Hauka, how long have you known me for, bud? Like, you really butchered my name tonight. I don't know if I've ever seen this one. Put that up on the screen.
It's Darley.
Darley. D-A-R-R-L-Y. Wow. Okay. What are you doing?
The two R's is a really nice touch.
Wow. Okay, Charles Charles is through 4. Karie's had a couple of punches, so it's not a runaway by any means yet, but Karie gets the slider and a little bit of a fist bump in the air that way, doesn't he? Darley. But Darley.
Scott, you hit half the letters that don't exist in his name. Like, there's no Y. Oh, man, it's Wednesday. Sober up.
Yeah.
That's a big shot by Karie, that's for sure. The open by Charles is a big opportunity.
Another bomb.
Karie takes full advantage.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to ask him there. Did he make an adjustment, or were just the first two right down the middle, right?
Knowing Karie, he made an adjustment.
Yeah, he's probably one of the guys that makes more adjustments out there, would you say?
Totally. He's super analytical. He's very aware of his game. But he's a guy that will change rotation, change balls, change lines, change speeds. He probably changes things more than anyone else I can think of. But he's super proficient at it.
I mean, that's tough for a lot of guys to be able to change that frequently. You got to have a really good understanding of what it is that you're making a change for, or what you felt in the middle of your shot. Like, that's not there, right? So.
Oh, exactly.
Very few can change like that.
We have a happy birthday announcement to Madison Bolger, who turns 13 tomorrow. Happy birthday, Madison. Charles has got to hit the side of the head pin. That's a good strategy.
Yeah. Later, Barber. Back for a second or third workout of the night. In other words, he's going to get a bowl of ice cream.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Karie's amount of adjustments is incredible. But I think, honestly, a large part of that comes down to he watches a ton of 10-pin. He is very versed in everything to do with the PBA and flow bowling and all those tournaments and whatnot. And Charles is really excited about getting 15 on that one.
Yeah. More disappointed. A couple corner pin spares. I mean, obviously just on the beak there and 2-4-5. That's a tough run. And then when you start missing your corners, you're kind of.
A little bit heavy on that shot, but he gets 13 out of it, so that's great count.
A little comment I'm thinking about here is now Charles is obviously missing the corners and on the middle. In a league setting, is this to the point that you would go and ask somebody for some thoughts? Is there any coaches in our leagues that would do that? I mean, do people have leagues or coaches in adult leagues? Maybe he might have some value from just having a little chin wag with somebody there. So
Totally. I think that'd be really interesting to actually have a coach come down, or, I think was it us that we had talked about having like paid coaches come down to league and be able to, wander around and help these people too. I don't know how many people would be interested. Obviously, there's some people that are there just for fun. And there's lots of people that are there to be competitive and looking for something more. So I wonder if that's something that people would be interested in too. But outside of that, I mean, I think there's some people that would like approach some of us to help them out. But I know Karie and I bounce stuff off each other all the time. It's like, oh, this is happening. What do you figure we should do? Or do you think about doing this or whatnot? But
just even for these average Joes, right? Is hey, I'm delegated the the coach for the night. If you want to chat, come and chat. I'm not going to go seek my way and go and see you, but I definitely don't have a problem telling you my 2 bits. So it's Evan has a point there. Private coaching sessions for one-on-one. I don't know if people really need money for it, but I think there'd be plenty of people out there willing to sit down or watch your ball. I know some of our great coaches out there would do that, or even just great bowlers, right? I think all of us are friends. If you want to book time with somebody, say, hey, can we go and work on my game? I'll sit there and I'll watch somebody bowl for an hour, or take the time and look at it. So I think it'd be something that we'd like to see more in our sport, is recognizing the coaches between peer-to-peers that's out there.
I think it's much bigger than yourselves, right? I mean, like I think out in Edmonton, at least, maybe in Alberta, we're more than happy to help each other out than personal gain, right? So that's where
agreed. I think the game has come a long ways that way, where like there isn't the cutthroat that there used to be. From what I hear, there used to be, and people are really willing to help each other out as much as we can, because you know what? Maybe that person's going to be on a team with you one day. Yeah, you never know. You never know. So I mean, it's in our best interest to help each other out and be cordial and friendly to everybody, because we have a lot of depth out here for sure, and across the country, and you never know when those opportunities are going to come up. So those are 3 gauge shots from Charles.
Good job.
Charles finishes up, opens, there's still a chance, right? So
totally.
Yeah.
And just from a league standpoint, is delegated. These are the handful of guys. I mean, lots of people are willing to coach or help, but if you just sort of say, these are the few guys that are sort of the coaches of the leagues, right? Of whatever league you're playing in. So I don't know if it's a bit more spoken. Well done, Charles.
There we go. Yeah, when he gets on a roll.
So, hey, if he can throw what?
Sorry?
What's he here? 275 finishes off, Charles. This is the benefit of going first to finish here. There's still some pressure on Karie. Absolutely.
Totally. Yeah. This is going to force, if he bangs out, it forces Karie not to open.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like Karie needs to, if it's big. But like Charles is one of those guys that actually does want to get better. Like he said, talked a lot about last week. He wants to talk about those things.
Come on.
Oh, that's a push. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the guys that I'm talking about, like our average Joes. I know there's lots of leagues out there across country, but we know obviously our guys that we play with that, if it was a Dexter or a Len Madarash or some of these guys, like, hey, I'm the coach of the night or I'm the coach this week, I'm happy to, I'm going to give you some tidbits, and there's no hard feelings. So,
you know what? Maybe that's something, another thing that 5 Pin Universe can do down the road, whether it's podcast or something like that, where film yourself. Send us in a video of it, and what?
Hey, there's a little pressure here, guys. Right? Still, I mean, Karie needs. Well, he's 240. He needs a mark. He's 245.
No, he hits the side. He's hitting the side.
So, there was some pressure there, so that could have been there. Yeah. And I like the comments that people are putting in the comments. I love to see that everybody's willing to help, and Chelsea. Anybody's willing to chat and helping people to 5 baggers. Palmer talking about Gino Zebarth,
he did.
Sean Eby obviously building people up. Absolutely, guys, right? I love this conversation.
Palmer, Gino helped you on Wednesdays, but he obviously didn't teach you how to throw strikes.
No. He taught Palmer how to throw strikes. He didn't teach Palmer how to hit the middle.
Maybe
You know what? It was a great last game, guys.
Yeah, it was. It was good to go 245. I mean, there was some chance there, even right down to the 10th. So that's something that Charles can take out of that. Is he was in the game until the 11th ball. Right?
Totally.
I had dinner a little earlier.
We can hear you, Charles.
Hey guys.
Hey, buddy.
Well, you won one thing.
Well, I can honestly tell you that was frustrating.
Well, you found a rhythm there at the end, and you made Karie make shots at the end too. So kudos to you for that. All of a sudden, you throw a 4-bagger in there, and that game becomes really interesting. If you banged out, you forced Karie not to open completely. You know, so yeah, you made some big shots down the line.
I kind of knew that. I kind of knew that.
Yeah, you were in it to the 11th ball there, Charles. I mean, that was, and especially the way you started off, right? You started off in the 5th frame, I think, with 60 in the 5th or something, and you had a chance. He doesn't want to talk to us anymore, so he bailed out, right? But
That's fair.
Karie, how about you? You had when punch, strike sort of, wasn't the best starting to feel it there, but then you kind of got your rhythm there in the middle.
Yeah, I just made a small move, 1-1, and then started throwing good balls.
So that's an awesome point that you just said there. Is after the second you ran, I think, a turkey, right?
Yeah.
And I actually asked, do you think that he made adjustment? And Dexter was 100%. Yeah, 100%. He made an adjustment. So you're that quick that 2 frames you knew right away that you got to make a move, hey?
Yeah, even if I wasn't throwing the ball very good, a move will most likely not hurt me with my speed. I'm hopefully going to be around the center. If I can find the side, great. If I keep punching on that move, then obviously it might not be the right selection. But I trust it every time I make a move, and that's what it is.
That's awesome. Well, I mean, we were talking that you're one of the guys that makes more adjustments than anybody. So it'd be good to pick your brain. I know lots of people are talking about other things out there of when and why and how. So we'll have a full segment on that come up one day.
Yeah, it could also be to my detriment too, but a lot of people don't think I should be making as many adjustments, but I've made a career of it, and I'm going to live and die by it. So. And
then he must have a little bit nervous. Charles did come back, and he was pushing, and there was, I mean, if you put that extra one on, you're doing the math, and you know that you got to do something.
Well, even the spare forces me to clean everything, right? I thought he was going to throw the second one in 10 to force me to mark. Unfortunately, he just a little thinned it on the one side and then thinned it on the other side.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, Charles. Great bowling, guys. Great bowling, Charles. I hope you're proud of yourself. You did good.
Oh, yeah. Did awesome.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah, thanks, guys. Don't think I missed the middle on that last game. Don't think I missed the middle on that last game. So for me, that's pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, no, you did good. I mean, that's a completely different atmosphere to be in, and it's nerve-wracking. And yeah, you did. You won the beer frame. You did throw out some fist pumps. Most of them were picking 2 pins for 15, but he got one.
So Steve, how you feeling now? You mean you probably thought that you were likely to play Karie. Now it's coming in. Any thoughts about the coming up match? He's got a couple games under his belt.
Yeah, no, I got stiffened up here the last 45 minutes watching, but no, it's good. I kind of figured, the odds were play Karie, so Karie and I haven't played a whole lot against it over the past, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be fun.
Yeah, Karie, how does it feel to be the young guy in this match?
It's been a while.
Do we know the format here for the last match?
Yeah, this is up to Steve.
So, I did some advising with my coach, and we feel just straight up pinfall is the best way to go.
Oh, okay.
Who's your coach?
Mr. Eby.
Oh, okay.
Straight up pinfall for what? Are we playing 3 games, Steve?
3 games, total pinfall, yeah.
Okay. So same
no gimmick,
thing,
just straight up. No gimmick, just straight up, old school.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So if you lose, are you going to blame Sean?
Of course.
Perfect.
Bad strategy. Bad strategy.
Yeah. Good stuff.
All right, well, Steve, if you want to head out there and start throwing some warm-up balls, I'm sure you need them.
I need a few. Yeah, thanks.
All right.
All right, guys.
Good luck, buddy. Karie, you good for a little bit, or?
Yep. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, good. So, what was the adjustment you made?
So I moved one board left with my feet, and one board, my spot is left as well.
Okay, so you just shifted the whole line left.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, it worked perfectly.
Yeah.
You got the results you wanted right away. So
I find when I do that, if I get to line a little bit quick, I open up a little bit, and then the right pocket becomes a little bit more available. So you've seen I got tapped a couple times on that right pocket hit, but
they weren't that good of shots.
those ones were pretty pocket. The thin one got me the strike.
Are you preferring the left pocket, Karie? Like, is that your spot?
If everything feels good and I'm right on target, yeah, it'll be left pocket.
Right. And you can tell, and we were sort of mentioned it. There you could see when it wasn't going to be left, and it was something more in the arm swing, right? But
right.
So you had said there that you would make an adjustment on your feet and on your spot. Is there times you would only do one of those two?
Yeah, if I'm missing like real bad, then I'll just change my spot. I won't change my feet. But if I'm punching, then I'll move my feet and my spot. Right.
And when
it's a little bit smaller adjustment for me. I find, even though you're moving two things, I find the angle is a little bit smaller than if I just move my spot or just move my feet. So
what would be the largest adjustment that you would maybe make at a time?
If it doesn't feel good at all, I'll jump all the way to the other side of the lane and throw back up. So
crazy. I have no confidence in doing a bat like a hook.
Yeah. Just the way I grew up playing pretty straight up the line with a little bit of a backup, and then I made the adjustment to throwing a hard hook, and then it's all over the place now. So it's whatever feels good on the day.
It looked pretty good out there. I thought that you were going to go out there and you were going to throw bombs. So I kind of had that feeling that you were going to get a good rhythm. You had a good looking warm up when you were playing. That you just settle into a match and you start playing, and old Karie comes back, or same Karie comes back that they can throw it any given day. So it looks perfect out there.
And I never back down to a challenge. So when Charles challenged me, I step up a little bit. So
good. What are you thinking? He's playing Steve. Obviously, he's on the tour finals. He won last week. Got a great roll on the ball. What's your thought on playing him?
Yeah, Steve throws tons of strikes, so I'm hoping I can keep pace with him on the strike side of it, and maybe I'll punch less than he will. But unfortunately, I think Steve's going to strike more than me. I just hope I can capitalize on when he makes a mistake.
Right, on picking those corners and those other things. Right? So
yeah.
I think it'd be a good match between you two, to be honest with you. You guys are both you guys on the roll. I think all of a sudden it's going to go nuts.
Yeah, I think it's either going to be really close or it's going to be a huge blowout. I don't think it's going to be within 45. I think it's going to be big or real tight.
The three game match between you guys. I mean, you guys could have a big game and a low game, and then all of a sudden I think at the end it could be real close. So I think it's going to be a good viewer.
Yeah, and I know like you said, Steve's a gamer. He doesn't want to be a one and doneer. He wants to make a little run here for a bit. So I know that he's going to be wanting to shoot his game and throwing some bombs. He knows what he's got to do too, just like you do. So
I'm super excited that we have a platform for guys like Steve to come out and compete. I know he's been playing on the WCBT the last few years here, made the show and stuff like that. But it's nice to add another thing that we can all compete in and play well.
Yeah, talking a little bit about the Pro League here. We won't get too far into that, but it's been some great traction here in the last couple of weeks. So it's exciting to see that come to fruition and where that's going to head. It obviously some lockdowns and some issues, but kudos to you again, Karie, for being a bit of a driving force around this and guys. So I know that you're probably excited to see that come together too.
Yeah, obviously a lot, but obviously with the new COVID rules, stuff is a little bit delayed. But I think it gives us more time to plan and make it hopefully a really good show and a cool league to be a part of. So
yeah. Well, good. Dexter, all good looking out there?
Oh, yeah. The place looks great. Karie, you're gonna be on lane 1. I flipped you guys around because I didn't think it'd be fair for you to play twice there.
That's fine. Lane 1 is the worst lane in the house, but whatever.
That's a complete lie. We played there great there last time. So
I did not.
well, that seems like a you problem.
That's a. You're in the kitchen, hey? Now he's like, oh, now I got to go out there and play.
It's all excuses, DB. That way, if I lose,
Yeah,
it was the lane's
Oh,
fault.
I'm full of them too. So there's no worries there, pal. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll head out there.
Yeah, go throw some more out.
Yeah. Yeah.
See you guys.
Peace.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited about this match. I think this match is going to be pretty good.
Yeah, let's see some predictions in the comments, guys. What do you think the triple's going to be? Put KK gets this versus Steve this, or let's see some prediction of the triple. So we'd love to see what everybody else thinks, rather than just listening to us banter around.
I think it's 8:32 to like 8:17.
For who?
Ooh.
I don't know. But I think it's be somewhere around there. I think. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm saying there's going to be a 900, and it's going to be Karie, and it's going to be 870 for Steve. That's just my thoughts.
Just remember, Allison's listening to this too.
I know, and Allison's play-by-play out there, everybody.
And she's your manager too, right? So you're going to be sitting. So
yeah, that's okay. I think we've already had that conversation that we're out. Yeah.
I'm having a hard time deciding on this.
I want to see big games.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Steve. I'm gonna say Steve is gonna shoot 825.
Okay.
And I think Karie is gonna shoot 839.
All right, Allison, let's see what your prediction is then, so we can chirp at you the whole time. You have to put it down in writing.
Allison's probably
on the 9. Who's going to throw the 9, Allison? Is that going to be Steve or Karie?
This is like White Claws. She's getting lippy now.
This is like Pete Rose betting on her own on his own team.
Oh, Sean's going with specific games.
He is getting dialed in with specifics. I like it. So let's go back up. What did we have for our guesses so far? Aaron King only said 840 for Steve or for Karie. So we don't know what Steve's going to shoot there. Gulash calls Karie by 65. Palmer says Steve for the win with an 800. Xander says 838 to 817 for Karie. Allison's a 9. EB got pretty specific. EB, I can't calculate that quick. What's the triple there though? Right? Rock, Karie.
Yeah.
Right.
Ryan, you know what? Lane 1's been good to me over the years. I shot over 1,000. Shot a bunch of 400s on there. It's actually one of the best scoring sets in the center. Yeah. So I disagree with you on there. So
yeah, Allison won't write prescriptions. That's nice of you, Allison.
Prescriptions?
Yeah.
Prescriptions. Yes.
Yeah. EB 874. Yeah, but for who now? I can't. EB, give us one more. For Karie or for Steve? What's going on out in Vancouver Island?
Oh, it has to be for Steve.
That's definitely Steve. Yeah. Steve Karie.
That's the Pete Rose, right?
Yeah, he's betting on him. Yeah.
Allison, that feels like a major cop out.
Yeah. EB figures that Steve's going to come back in the last game down by like a whole bunch and come back. I like it.
Okay.
All right, so a good cleanup for Karie. Pins might be really important with this, that's for sure.
Yeah. They're both hard throwers, right?
Yeah, I mean, Karie definitely throws harder than Steve.
Yeah. He's got that good finger roll that can just, he can find himself right there. Nice style too. Simple, not too complicated. Just a nice, smooth three steps and throws.
Karie with 2 R's by 35. His own cousin he can't spell right. Gino.
Yeah. That's like a Hauka calling me. Like, how long have you known Karie for, Gino?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know Allison's on this. If it's a guy like Steve, it was just a chirp. He was just throwing down a little chirp to a guy like Steve, right? That's all. Yeah. Some would say if we maybe started a ladies component like this, then maybe we can get, ladies like Allison might get a chance to play again.
Yeah, ladies like Allison. Yeah.
All right, little good spare there. Obviously, Steve, a little loose on the right on the first one. So,
you're right, Ryan. But my buddy Brett's not on here for me to take his money.
Well, maybe Ryan, you can take Ryan's money instead.
Oh. So I think that was a good veteran pitch by Steve. He wants to win the frame, so he misses on purpose frame 1 so he can win. Good strategy. Good strategy.
DP versus Allison.
Oh, settle down. Settle down.
Battle of the sexes. Yeah.
DP's got to sit for a little while. He was just on one of these.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
I just came to play to show that I actually can bowl. Luckily, I sort of did, instead of just being a commentator, right?
Gino accepting his age.
Can I see what I'm writing? I don't think there's a podcast we don't make fun of Gino.
Yeah. He leaves him open to it, though.
All right, good chop off spare. I mean, that would have been a little bit tough to miss on a chop. I mean, probably the least enjoyable spare to make out there, guys. Is a chop.
I'm terrible.
Spare.
Least enjoyable spare?
Like which like if you're left with something to spare, a left corner is my favorite. I got it all day long. Versus, I mean, obviously ripping a 3-pin is the worst, but I mean, I'd rather miss a side and hit the middle than I would have to probably spare a chop off.
You know what? I would rather spare a chop off than shooting for initial 5 count for sure.
Yeah, is that right? Hey, Dex, you'd rather
guaranteed.
Yeah.
I'm probably 80% on chop spares.
Yeah. Oh wow.
I'm
You're on
good.
a lot.
But,
yeah.
And I used to be almost the same at 5s, but it's been a lot of chairing head pins lately. So
I don't know. I'm not good at chop spares. Has been my nemesis for my whole career. So that, and honestly, the miss spare. I'm terrible at the miss spare as well.
Now, would there be a left side or right side that is worse for you to spare on a chop spare?
Honestly, the right side.
The right is harder.
Because I lay it down and then I just cherry it no matter what.
You play some really bizarre lines for your chops and corners on your right side, though.
You're pretty far right. Setup is how many boards are you? Like, are you pretty all the way right?
To be honest with you, Daryl, I just throw at it.
Yeah. He almost stands basically in the same spot. Like, so me and Tim both play the right side going for the middle.
Sure.
But like if I'm shooting for my right chop and my right corner, I move into the middle. Actually, no, all my spare shots except for shooting for the middle, I shoot from the middle.
Yeah.
Whereas Tim still plays that right side, and I remember lots of times in Red Deer, the lanes are super oily, the balls get a little oily, and he's shooting for that right side, and he runs it right along that gutter and dumps it straight into it every time because he can't hang on to the ball.
So my reasoning on my chop spares, like I've always cherried them. I don't know whether it's because of my rotation and my revs, because I over crank it sometimes. But I always had a problem on my right side, and I found I had a little bit better percentage. Even when I was going cross lane, that if I was going straight on it, it would deflect better. If I was going straight at it, right? So that's why I play more down the right on my right side than I do going across.
So if you punch a head pin, guys, which is the first side you're going for?
Right side.
The right side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the right side as well.
Yeah.
And what about aces? The right side as well?
Yeah.
And I bet everybody out there, you're probably 90% agreeing if you're a right-handed bowler. For Sean Eby, the lefties, you're probably shooting the left side first.
Yeah.
Right. Interesting.
To be honest with you, I'll be completely honest. In during league, when you punch a head pin, unless you're like really close, I mean, let's be honest, you just pick up a ball and you just go, right? You just pick up a ball, you just set up quickly and just pick your sides and you punch it.
Yeah, but you're still also shooting the same one every time, right? Like if you're
We've done it so many times we don't even think about it. And I thought about it every year at the end of the year. It's like, man, if I actually set up and cared about picking my sides or picking my corners, I probably would have been, my average probably could have been up an extra 10 pins a year, right?
right.
And then every year at the beginning of the year, and I look back at December, I was like, well, I'm not doing any different, Right. But
so interesting here, as I make that comment, Tim, we all, the three of us, we're saying that we shoot the right first on a head pin. And I believe they're all right-handed bowlers. Carol, Palmer, Michael, and Chelsea are all saying that they would shoot for the left side first.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see. Everybody's got a different, feeling and why. So neat.
Yeah, I think a large part, I mean, maybe not so much for Palmer, but I think some of it plays into rotation too. For me, I like shooting the right side because the right-handed backup rotation, it just flows nicely into the right corner. You don't have to throw across the body or anything like that. And you don't have to play with the gutter and hope that the ball moves before it hits the gutter, right? So it could come down to that a little bit too. Throw a hook ball, maybe that, right-handed hook ball, that left corner is probably a little bit easier. So
good comment there again, Dexter, is if you are normally a backup bowler, there's a good strike for Steve. That'll
really nuts, yeah.
If you're a backup bowler, are you going to change and you're going to throw a hook for your right or for your left corner pins? Did I explain that right?
Yeah, never. No, I'm throwing back up for all of it. I'm not going to change that shot, and it's my most consistent shot all the time, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna change that much. The only time that I ever switch to a hook ball is if I'm shooting for the middle and I am absolutely desperate. That's about it. I spend an entire night punching and then you know what? Okay, no matter what I do, this is what's happening. Then I switch to a hook because I can't be accurate with it. I spray it a lot more. I might hit left side, I might hit right side. I don't really have a clue where it's going, but I'm not going to throw it straight into the front face of that pin. So that's about the only time I'll switch rotations. Right. But I do know lots of people. I mean, growing up with William Sutherland, he always, played backup for the right corner and a hook for the left. And I see some merit to it, but I just don't see it as your most consistent shot.
Yeah, that's tough to do. I mean, I like the comment there, Sean Eby, Joe Cranebretter. Oh, what a beauty Joe Cranebretter was, right? I mean, he is talk about a longevity of the sport, but he threw a backup and then a hook for his different shots, right? I mean, that's a big thing, right? Right? Remember Joe? Love him, right? So that tightened things up a little bit in the match there. Sorry, guys. The 176, obviously a punch for Karie in 7. Could have been a runaway. This is a good big spare here for Steve to tighten things up nice and close. So
yeah, he makes a spare. He has got a potential 4-point advantage, right?
A good comment there. If you can throw up Gino's comment, he shoots for the left side because he throws a hook. Right. So great comment there, Gino. Obviously, everybody has different styles, and with you throwing a hook, you're not going to throw the right side because you're more confident left. I think it'd be interesting to do a survey of all of these different scenarios. You know what I mean? I mean, to do a survey monkey of the 30 different questions. Are you right-handed? What would you go for first? I mean, maybe that's something that Tom Patterson out in Saskatchewan, right? I mean, some of his surveys and some of his things, I don't know if that was one of the questions, but, neat to really dive into the detail of the game of what some of the game, the better players are doing.
Yeah,
absolutely.
To go back on it, I have I know Dexter does this, and I was just thinking about this. Dexter probably, he chisels. I have a better chance of chiseling off the right side and chiseling the 3-pin off the right side and sliding across the deck on the right side on the first ball than I do off the left side too, right?
That really, I mean,
I don't.
Trying for that? Are you really trying to spread them over? I'm trying to clean them up. I mean, maybe
out of 100 shots, probably my probability is maybe 1 out of 100. I'll probably get maybe a deuce out of it.
So why are you playing such a thin line to try to spin it over when you know that it's so small
Daryl, I don't. That's my whole game. I don't. I don't.
There's Chelsea saying that. Evan, I appreciate that. Are you really trying to do that each time?
Evan for sure.
Me, I'm trying to get a cleanup of a 15. If I get, if it gets thin, then I'm lucky getting there. It's definitely not a.
You know what? It depends on situations.
Yeah.
For sure. If I feel like a spare will give me a much better opportunity to win the match coming down the line, like if it's getting desperate, I'll definitely do it. I'll do it all the time in leagues. I'll play the one board on lane on the left side if I'm trying to spin it across the spare split that way, and I'll do the same. Or I'll play a little bit further in on the right side and just try to touch it super thin on the 3-pin and send it across. With a backup, with that rotation, if it grabs the band the right way, you can really send, especially here for whatever reason, you can really send it straight across. So yeah, I'll definitely try. I will definitely try in league, but that's about it. If going along in an 8-game, a qualifying round, I'm going for pins all the time. In league, I'll screw around a little and try stuff like that. And in match play, if it's coming down the line and it's important, then I'll definitely do it.
I know, obviously, that we talked about it way back is when I helped coach Derek home in the singles in the Open, he spared a split. And I think I said to him, like, you have to spare this, right? So I'm taking credit for it here, basically is what I'm getting at here. And he spared the split and then ran it away against Brad Wilton. It was an unreal match. So it's interesting that some are doing that.
Yeah, Sean, absolutely. I remember playing against Brandon Sweeney back in the day, and he was it was a close match, and it was just a practice match, but it was still a close match, and he got super pissed off at me because I literally ran the ball down the left gutter on the one board and have it snap across and sent the 3-pin straight into the 2-pin on the other side. And yeah, it was he was like, you didn't deserve that. I'm like, how? I literally tried to do exactly that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's interesting. I mean, maybe that's part of the difference is where you're not making lots of cuts and doing stuff, but if you're aiming to shoot that, then yeah, there's, like I said, I like the percentage of conversion is better than you think. So good conversation. So Steve finishes there with the 216. Obviously got a little beaky in 8-9. Not too big of a deal. We know that Steve can run 4, 5, 6, 7, more in a row and start getting it, and it'll come. Karie's got a chance here. And there you go. There's a split. What are we doing? Who brought up the conversation of splits? Sorry, people.
Sorry, but here's another guy that can play thin, right? Look where he's set up, right?
Yeah. Wow, great. Look at this.
So there's been a few nights on Thursdays where Karie will call inside outside.
Yeah.
So like Karie will say, okay, I'm going to play the outsides. This is what he did to me last time. He's like, yeah, I'm going to play outsides. So now he has to throw the ball outside the outside arrow going for the middle, and then I have to play the inside, so now I have to shoot for the inside arrow on the lane. So if I'm on lane 1, I'm shooting for the right arrow on lane 1 as far as I can and curving the ball back in. But we'll practice having those lines too, so playing those thin lines, it really isn't all that scary.
Yeah, I like it. No, I think that we should more people then obviously start to practice to spare those rather than just looking to clean them up. There's a difference. I like it.
I really like that comment, Evan. If you never try, you'll probably never get it.
Yeah, great comment.
Wayne Gretzky over there. Well, hey, guys.
Hey.
So we had lots of comments saying that we're going to have 900s and 870s. And this match is going to be like blowing it out of the water. And how you guys feeling out there?
Felt
definitely
great,
not as sharp as I thought it would be.
Yeah, it looks like you both, had a couple of punches here and there. But for the most part, you guys were solid. Just got to, try to get it to the side of the head pin more. That's all.
Name of the game.
Yeah, I think that's Karie's both of our issues. We either throw strikes or head pins. So.
Well, I feel like Karie kind of talked himself into head pins on lane 1 because he's like, ooh, worst lane in the house.
I only threw 2. That was a great game.
True.
We had a good conversation here, guys, about splits and looking to spare them. If both of you had a split in that game, were you thinking spare, or were you looking, I got to clean it up now? How Steve, what are you thinking when you have a split? Is that a spare opportunity, or is that shit?
Well, I don't think you're ever looking at it as a spare opportunity. I mean, if you spare, it's obviously a bonus, but you're trying to just make sure you pick all your wood at least.
Yeah. How about you?
If I'm working on a strike, I go for wood. If I'm on a spare or less, I go for the spare.
There we go.
Yeah, another mentality. It's interesting. You guys will see the comments later about punching and what side you're taking and different types of throws and split opportunities. Obviously, you gave us a little bit to talk about there, and we might have. You can blame us on the split in the 10th on that one, Karie. You'll look back and you'll be like, "What? You guys called that one?" So.
I don't think I threw a mark in 10 in 3 games yet. So hopefully these next 2 I have a chance.
Yeah. Well, you both can obviously throw big strikes and lots of them. So we're expecting at some point in time somebody's going to get a pile of them in a row. So that's a race to that.
Let's hope so.
Steve gets to start this one, so hopefully he starts better than I did.
Yeah. Well, we won't keep that. Get out there and get after it, and we'll talk to you in a second.
We'll get you out there while Steve's still warm.
That's right. Top back here.
So what do we pins? We're 41 pins. I mean, that's not much. That's a double, right?
Oh yeah. That's quick. That's you can make that up in the first 2 frames here. That's really no big deal in the whole scope of things. That's for sure.
I just texted my family to see if somebody will bring me some popcorn. So we'll keep you all posted on that.
Is that your snack of choice? Popcorn's your snack of choice?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good one. Snack of choice, number 1 overall pick for snack of choice would be Doritos Cool Ranch.
Oh, that's a good choice.
I'm pretty sure we don't have that in the house, so that's why I didn't ask for it, because that would be a straight up negative. But popcorn might come. So
that's a good choice. Tim's a big sweet chili heat Doritos fan, and which is funny because he's not really a spicy sort of guy at all. But I mean, look at his sweater. Do you think a guy with a sweater like that likes spicy food? Not at all. Not at all. He looks like he likes spicy food.
I don't mind spicy food.
You like the spice, eh?
I'm Haun spicy man.
Tim, what's your snack of choice?
My snack of choice? Healthy or not healthy?
It's a snack.
Sorry, I didn't.
Cheese. You're not going to sit there and tell me you want celery and hummus. Tell me what you actually like. If you have your first choice, doesn't matter what it is. Yeah. What do you want to snack on?
And not cheese apple peanut butter.
Cheese and crackers.
Okay, what kind of crackers?
Cheese Ritz. And crackers, like those little kid ones to school.
Yeah, no, cheese meat and crackers, man.
No, like he gets a pack of Ritz and then he puts the cheese whiz on it.
No, cheese meat and crackers.
Oh,
cheese meat and crackers. So you can make it.
Yeah,
cheese meat and crackers. Yeah,
all day, man.
Yeah. My family text messages are just blowing up right now. I
thought there was a bomb on the stream. I thought we were all dying. I need to get out of this building.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, Jade, that's enough. But
do you regret buying her a phone?
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay, enough, Jade. sorry. Okay.
Well, that was an absolute bomb by Karie. So that was what that countdown must have been. What was for? Let's see if Steve answers here.
Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, double! Come on.
That was actually super smooth too. That was a nicely released shot. Like we talked last time that Steve was on. He's always had a tendency to put it down into the line, and that's always been his game. And it kind of it almost allows him to finish his shot really well because puts it in the line and then snaps it through. And gets a ton of rotation on it. But that one looked like he didn't put it down at all. So I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
I'm wondering if this would be an opportunity that Coach Sean Eby would say maybe making a little adjustment here. I know Steve's not a big fan of that. But,
Sean, let's get your input on here, bud. He called you out as your coach, so his coach. So let's hear your input.
Should we send Sean an invite to get on here?
Sure. Bring him on. I want to know more about what people's snack of choice is. Right?
We're going to have bruschetta. That's what we're having right now.
Bruschetta?
Bruschetta.
Wow.
So here I am. I'm sitting in the front party room so I can hear the releases, and he really pounded that one into the line. And I was like, that's got to be money. And then boom, there it is.
Hear it. Yeah, that's
I couldn't hear the other ones. I could hear that one.
So Steve, like as far as I ever watched him, he's always like had a drop in the line, and he's always stepped off to the side every time when he's thrown a really good shot, right?
That's his money ball, yeah.
That's his money ball, right? And I can follow him like 8 lanes down, 10 lanes down, or 6 lanes, and I just know it's going to be a bomb every time.
Yeah,
totally.
Right? Yeah.
He probably
won't be able to slide in that spot because
2 inches back, right? And that's where he could hear it. So get a little bit more size.
Salt and vinegar chips. I can't do the salt and vinegar chips. It like eats my mouth up. It just like rips it apart. I can't do it unless it's like the sea salt and malt vinegar. Miss Vicky's, those are top notch. Like a chip connoisseur.
Cool Ranch Doritos or the zesty cheesy Doritos.
Oh, okay. Zesty is probably my number one. But then you have to go get here's Fat Dexter talking. Then you have to go get the Old Dutch cheese queso.
Oh yeah.
And then you dip it into that. And oh my god.
The gooiness, yeah.
My mouth is watering.
Like, I like the cheesy puffs, right? I like the actual cheesies too, but the cheese puffs are good, but they're so like
cheese puffs are good.
Yeah, they're so messy, right? Like
the big canister you can get from Costco.
Yeah.
Those were a staple that are open the last couple of years, but they're fun for throwing into people's mouths and they get messy, that's for sure.
Yeah. Here we go, Steve. Dropped her before. Oh, darn.
It wasn't as loud as the last one.
Yeah, darn.
So, Steve, so all those people called 900s out there.
Yeah.
How
we got a little ahead of ourselves. We might not even see a 750.
Yeah. Whoa, okay. All right, Gino. I've got a problem with this.
What?
Salt and vinegar with I feel like this is like a snack massacre.
Wow.
You should never be allowed to snack again.
I think we should have a moment of silence and actually think about that. With ketchup dipping.
I am baffled by that.
Hey, you know what? I hung out with Joe Mancher one night, and he had salt and vinegar chips, and he dipped them with red sourpuss. So, I mean,
Gino doesn't drink. He does this sober.
I want to know what happened to ranch dressing. It sort of had a fallout in the early 2000s. Hey, it hit peak pretty hard when you were buying like the 2-liter jugs from Costco.
Yeah,
chipped it out.
Try it.
No, Gino, ranch dressing anymore. I remember shooting ranch dressing at one point with Tascoin days.
Yeah. Oh, do you know what grosses me out? Fries and mayonnaise.
No, that's good. Yeah.
Fries and mayonnaise.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I mean, I like mayo on a sandwich, but I can't really see it as a dip.
Right. Oh, here's a good one we got into the other day. We made some egg salad sandwiches.
There's a good shot.
That was right pocket too. We made egg salad sandwiches, and when you have your bread, do you butter your bread before?
Hell no.
Why not?
Because
I butter my bread.
What's the point? The mayo is already the sandwich spread. Why are you putting in more sandwich spread on the sandwich spread?
You're just moistening up the bread with a little bit of butter.
You don't need it. You don't need it.
I want to know who butters their bread for egg salad sandwiches.
Gerald, did you
those are two great shots by Karie.
Yeah.
Last one, did you butter your bologna sandwich?
No, mustard and mayo on my bologna sandwich.
That's the only way to go. Mustard and mayo. Absolutely. Yeah. Totally agree. There we go. And that one wasn't put down. I didn't hear that one at all from here. So
spaghetti tomato sauce with mayo.
Sean Eby, yes, grilled cheese. Once you flip it, and then you got to butter the top.
Okay. Sure. Okay. Gino, what is who is in charge of your eating?
Double good. Both these guys go double and 5-6, double 6-7. We got something brewing here, guys. I like it.
Those are big shots.
But Gino, really, spaghetti tomato sauce with mayonnaise?
Like, you need to hire a chef.
I don't get
and
it.
Probably a psychologist. Something happened to you as a child.
But I'm confused. I don't get it. Like, is he putting mayo in the tomato sauce?
Yeah.
To lighten it up, so then it becomes a creamy tomato? I don't get it. I'm confused.
I mean, like, okay, so like a rosé is you know your tomato sauce and Alfredo, but you don't put in mayonnaise.
Gino, can you clarify that for us, please?
This is that tightened things up a little bit there, Karie. Right? He was looking to run away. Obviously, a little bit thin on that first ball. It wobbled that punch, the head pin, but didn't do anything more to it. Obviously, and then there's his bit of an open. So we'll see.
Yeah, he threw it a touch thin on the inside on the second ball there too, which caused the blow through. So.
I'm kind of hungry, guys. Like,
okay,
popcorn.
Okay, so this is the other thing Gino does.
That's an absolute bomb by Karie.
PPC, I saw Gino with our chili dip his egg salad sandwich in it.
What was it?
He took our chili and he was dipping his egg salad sandwich in it.
Of course, 100%.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Those are all great things.
Yeah.
No, not together.
Any sort of soup, I'll dip any sandwich into soup. I'm a
chili.
Chili? I love soup.
Chili?
Love it.
Would you dip egg salad sandwich in chili?
100%. Yeah, all day long. I wouldn't order an egg salad sandwich if I didn't have something to dip it into.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think egg salad would be my first choice of dipping in chili. I think a ham and cheese is probably your best option.
Yeah. I wouldn't have soup
or grilled cheese. But you know what? If you have an egg salad sandwich in hand and you got a chili bowl in front of you, why not? That being said, I think Gino's made it to the point where I might become bulimic, like not on purpose. Yes, Gino does have that reputation. I'm sorry for just laying into you right now, Gino, but I am flabbergasted by this.
A big one here for Steve, right? That's the lead going into 9. Come on. That's a good roll on that one that curled over. We got match. Well done.
What's your cookies?
Oh, guys. I got a surprise coming. I mean, it's not a surprise. We know how much I'm excited for this, but
quick question, Cindy. Does Holly make her cookies with mayonnaise?
Hey, what do you answer?
That is a great shot by Karie.
So he's $135, so Karie's shooting 285, right? And Steve's max 265. So Karie can get some more gainers, with the bang out here.
Ooh. Ryland's really
Vegemite, isn't it?
Yeah, he's hitting into the world problems right now. That's an excellent question.
Butter? I don't know.
No, it can't be butter, but you can have margarine, right? Because that's like just plant oil, right?
That's plant oil, yeah. You put stall on a cracker?
Well, Karie's he's hit a groove here. I mean, he didn't have the frame he wanted in frame 7 there, but his other shots, the 2 shots before that, and then the last 3 have been absolute money. So He's definitely hit a rhythm here.
Yeah, that's the.
And by throwing these,
he'll be going into the last one with up quite a bit.
Yeah, he's forcing Steve to throw something at 10 here too.
It's now hard, though, right? Back half of the games, they both battled hard.
That is an excellent choice there, Sean. That is an excellent choice.
Well done.
That's
nice finish,
5
Karie.
absolute great shots by Karie to finish that. And bring that game way back and definitely put some pressure on Steve for this one.
Yeah, that's huge. You know, when you're sitting at 150-7, I think the goal is always have a 207. You know, 150-7, you're starting to, need to push to finish, and that's exactly what you got to do is hit that 135. Get over.
Good shot by Steve. Good roll. Looked like it might have been a touch thick. It's a big spares for Steve. Right into it. No doubt about it. Was hand.
Maybe down another 50, right? You're down 100.
He throws down the strike to be down 101. Or sorry, he throws a strike to be down 91. Eight.
Oh my God, Ryland. What?
That's.
Can you just imagine
Karie's sitting in the back room, and I just see him shaking his head. Hi, Karie. Sorry you had to come in on that.
No worries. What is Ryland talking about? Cheesy jokes?
We've got a heck of a good conversation going out here, Karie. It's not all bowling, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
So looks like Karie, you're up 98. How you feeling? You know, you had a shaky frame in 7. You just missed right, and then you put a touch thin on the left hand side to get the blow through, and then
it was on the beak.
Oh, was it? Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, no.
And so he got his popcorn.
Any dressing on it?
You know what? The 2 shots before frame 7 and the 5 shots after were absolute money. It looks like you've really found a rhythm. And what are you doing there? I should add in Steve. He just popped up.
Yeah, I just started making sure to hit my spot. Threw a couple left pocket shots. That was the really good ones, and got away with my right misses. So always a good feeling when you're getting away with your bad shot. So
absolutely, that's when you know you can just freewheel and kind of go with the flow.
Yeah.
How you feeling out there, Steve?
Well, it's definitely not my A game today, that's for sure. So
same sort of thing, right? It's the same sort of thing. It strikes or punches, right?
Yeah. Just can't find any consistency, so we'll keep plugging away. But I don't have a whole lot of time left, so.
Hey, well, we saw it a couple weeks ago too, right? I mean, Ryland was down a long ways, and he gave you a run. You're down 98. That is definitely not insurmountable in this, right? So you just gotta throw more strikes than headpins.
I know DB was talking there. I overheard about maybe Steve making a change. He did make a ball change there and threw, I think, a strike in frame 3 or frame 4 right away.
Oh yeah, we were wondering. Well, Dexter's actually the one that heard it because Sean Evie said to take a couple inches back, and then all of a sudden Dexter's like, "Oh no, he made a change because he heard you drop the ball a few feet before the foul line."
Yeah.
So
I've tried a few things. So,
well, I mean, you threw some great shots in there. Even that last shot, you got your. Before the split, the first ball in 10 there. In the right corner, it looked like you had good release on it. The pin, it rolled well. You just needed to get a little bit more pocket. It looks like it's right there. Again, it strikes or punches. So, just finding that rhythm. Before you guys go, just a quick question. I want some input on some things. What are your thoughts on salt and vinegar chips in ketchup, dipped in ketchup? Thoughts? No. How about spaghetti with?
No. You know what? Salt and vinegar. That's the same as fries with vinegar and ketchup dip. That's fine.
All right. Okay. All right. Your thought on spaghetti with tomato sauce and mayonnaise?
No.
Jesus.
Nope. No. Mayo on anything is bad.
All right. Thanks for your input, guys. Good luck with your next match. Next game. Pull well, guys.
Yeah. Hey, guys, guess what?
You got popcorn.
I got my popcorn.
That's good. That'll stop your text messages for a while.
Yeah. Do you think I should say it doesn't have enough butter?
Yeah, you should text her back.
Then I'll be off the show.
For the love of God, don't. Just mute yourself and yell upstairs or wherever you are.
Hey, this is Bradford here.
All right. Bradford, I am Daryl. Daryl Bradley.
Is Daryl? Yeah, you know who Daryl is? Bradford, you know who Daryl is?
Bradford called me today. Hey, Bradford.
You know who Daryl is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what do you think, guys? Here, obviously down 100, anything can happen. What do you think?
I mean, definitely you don't want to give Karie the opportunity to freewheel, right? That's the one thing you're really going to try to avoid. And now he's in a position where he can. He's almost in the same position as he was with like Charles, where you just don't want to be the guy that you don't want to push so that you don't fail.
Yeah.
You still have to go out with the winner's mentality and just go with try to put your foot down on something. You don't want to play. You want to play to win. You don't want to play not to lose.
Yeah. It's interesting. You made the first comment that you don't want Karie to get feeling comfortable and loose, right? I mean, you want to put the pressure on, and he hasn't played a ton of big matches lately, so you want to put the pressure on. But we all know Karie's, one of the best and can definitely play. But get him on the comfort level, and he's just going to start going.
Well, what I'm interested in is that
That's a great shot by
he
Steve.
throws the bomb,
Yeah.
and didn't EB say he was going to come back huge on his final game?
They did. Yeah.
So I see his prediction, right?
Yeah, he was predicting that Steve would be down like 60. This is a little bit more than he was predicting, but like I said, 100 points in this is no big deal. You just got to throw strikes. You want to go out there and you want to shoot for 370.
Yeah,
and force Karie to still shoot a good game at 260.
What's the highest score at Sherwood this year?
435.
Oh,
Well, you asked the question. I'll give you the answer. Do you want me to lie to you? It's 435.
How many 400s I should better say? Has there been lots?
4.
And how many? How many is Dexter?
3.
There we go. See, look, his ego just almost burst through the monitor there.
I'll do my research better next time.
You guys are asking the questions. I'm just giving you answers.
Yeah.
Okay, I changed my mind. This popcorn is lots of butter on it.
Well, that was not the frame that Steve was hoping for in frame 2.
No.
But he's still got 401 up there, right? So start stringing some strikes together now. Yeah, Karie just looks really locked in right now.
So I do like to, at this point, I like to mention that this is my second commentary since I did the one with Weber, and no one's quit the podcast since. So it's
way to jinx it.
Yeah.
It's been good knowing you, Daryl. Those are two great shots from Karie, and one was right side, one was left side. You could tell that he's just freewheeling now. He can throw it however he wants, and it's going to get to where it's supposed to be. So.
That's a good shot.
Yeah, there you go.
And the roll on it too. That's good.
I could hear it from here.
Needs to go with a couple of doubles in a row here, right? And, 4 in a row here is got to be done.
Well, yeah, I mean, and you look over at Karie on lane 1 going corner spare double. Now you absolutely need strikes at this point.
Unfortunately, Steve just hasn't got a run yet, right? I mean, he's been like
you're right.
Yeah, he's been super close.
There he goes.
Oh, those are 2 great shots.
To be honest with you, every time Karie comes on for to speak, I keep on thinking he's wearing his master shirt.
Kind of.
Yeah,
does look like a master shirt.
I was like, what a loser! He's wearing his master shirt.
You got a problem with masters, Tim? Ooh, here's Tim. I'm on the A5, C5, E5. Ooh, bash the masters. I'm just kidding. I'm just bugging you. Well, this gives Steve the opening he needs.
Yeah.
Karie gets to 105 and 4. Steve can get to 131 and 4. So he can make up 26 points right away, right?
And if depending on what Karie does here in 5, and Steve throws his double, he's even.
Yeah, exactly. So now Karie's on pace for 260 again. Steve is looking for that 370 sort of score right now. So. This is a big shot for Karie just to keep that pressure up on him.
Ooh, a little thin. Do you watch guys' body language when they're bowling and you're in matches and stuff? And does that dictate how you might act and what you might do? Or anybody, noticing that?
100%. Yeah. When I see somebody, like, you can see they're getting down or frustrated, it just fuels me. Yeah.
Right.
You know what? Yes and no. Again, it depends on situations for me. The Open and stuff, 100%. The Open, I'll watch all that stuff because I'm super focused on what's in front of me, or I should say team matches. I'm super focused on what's in front of me. I'm invested in every shot that both teams are basically making. So I'll watch all of that, and that does fuel me. There's match play for you, eh?
Yeah.
So in those situations, definitely. I see a guy punch and he gets upset about it, and I'm like, okay, go time. Here we go. For singles and stuff, it's a little bit different for me. Sometimes I'll watch, but a lot of the times I won't watch the players at all. I'll be standing in the back chatting with somebody, but I'll be listening. I'll be listening to hear results because I can hear if there's a corner or a chop or a strike. I know those sounds, so I don't need to watch. And so I'm just kind of in the background, just doing my own thing, just kind of paying attention to the noises in the background.
I mean, that was part of that whole lesson I think I shared one time that Scotty Barber said to me was a boxing analogy, right? You can take jabs all day long, right? Because you don't really show the body language there. You're just taking a jab, head side to side. But the moment that you start taking body blows and uppercuts, you're down, you're bent over, or you're up looking at, praying to the gods. That's a moment of weakness that your opponent can play on, right? So
100%.
Absolutely.
That body language does mean a lot in a match.
That's a really big punch there.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
It's a big mental game, bowling, right? So like all of us been in plenty of big matches over the time, and especially like singles matches, you just try to keep in the same rhythm, same zone the whole time, and as soon as you get a little bit off kilter, it's feast or famine. You watch somebody like Bruce in his heyday, or you watch somebody like Adam. It's the same thing, same persona, and that's why Adam is like I love Adam to death. He's boring to watch, but that's why he's so successful, right? I mean, he's the same person, bowling well or not bowling well, right?
Totally. And, I think that's part of the reason why I don't watch when singles is because it allows me just to stay in my own mental space. And actually, more than that, it allows me to stay in my own energy level. Singles, I'm a pretty mellow bowler for the most part. I'm not like super high or super low or anything like that. Whereas team, it's like far more high intensity.
Yeah.
So with that, I don't mind watching other players and seeing their body language to fuel me because I'm already playing at a higher level intensity, and it can fuel me a little bit better that way.
Those are big shots for Karie there, 6'7", nice.
Yeah, he's
I would say the comments about Adam Weber being, hard to watch. I think he's easy to watch when he's in his moving. What's tough about Adam is that he sometimes takes a bit longer to go. So his setup process is longer than everybody else, right?
Just burned on that corner.
But once he starts the momentum, it is a pretty shot to watch. When he is ripping out there and just throwing bombs, it's awesome. But the time sometimes, I think, and that's the perception is just, sometimes guys take a little bit longer, right, in their setup. So,
in all fairness, Adam only needs to throw one ball most of the time. So, I mean, if he's taking forever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, the ball was pretty to watch. It was the time that it takes to get there, but that's his right and his ability to, and anybody's. Take your time if you need to. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's
it.
Yeah, so that's going to put – Steve picks his pins. It puts him at 181, so he maxes out at 271. So Karie has mathematically shut him out already.
You look back on these 3 games, I don't know how many times Steve really missed, or did he miss?
I think he missed right twice. It was once or twice.
Pretty good percentage when he's ripping it. And he had talked about that earlier, right? He's a guy that's throwing the bombs up the middle. And hitting it, and that's the risk that it is right there.
Absolutely,
good shooting, good ripping at the middle.
Yeah, you're exactly right. He was all over the middle the entire time. It's just finding that rhythm where you can just stay in the zone for strikes. You fight it a little, and all of a sudden it gets tough. And I think they must have shook hands out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, picking up bowling balls. I'm sure Karie will jump in here really quick, and
they didn't shake hands. They just high-fived each other.
Sorry, not shake hands. Yeah, they're yelling at each other from a distance.
Here's a thought. Obviously, I don't know what we have planned for the next match, or how we can do this, but just like the Pro League, we are playing in different bowling centers. So there's no reason that we can't set up a camera in, say, the Okanagan and have, Chris Bradford play against Karie next week, right?
Yeah,
just saying
absolutely.
Right?
Totally.
Or we can have somebody or 2 people across. They can play in rural areas. So, if anybody wants to play in these matches that isn't here local in Sherwood Park, we can entertain that idea. So.
Totally. Why
the close-up?
I don't know. It felt fun.
Let's get off that baldness.
That's $150 for a girl game.
You keep making bald jokes, but you're probably the baldest kid out here.
Dexterous.
Well, he took care of his problem.
Great bowling, Karie. That's probably the best I've seen you throw in about 17 years.
Jesus. I was good 3 years ago. Give it that to me.
No, you bowled great. You looked like you were absolutely locked in. I'm going to get Steve in here. You had the one punch in there, but it looked like you were able to freewheel. You were throwing strikes on the right side, the left side. You look comfortable.
Yeah. Once you get in that position, when I was getting away with the right hits, I wasn't too worried about anything besides punching, right? So.
Yeah, that's what we're all looking for in this game. It's just getting into that feel, and away you go.
Yeah.
Steve, you know what? You played great, man. Like, you bowled good. It's just what do you do when you run into punches, right?
Yeah, I just couldn't get comfortable, right? Couldn't find that zone to get into a groove, so just fighting it all the way through. So, and then I found a better line there at the end, but then I started getting corners too, so then it was too late by then. But
yeah, you had 2 blow-throughs on the right-hand side, eh?
Yeah, but Karie played well, so it was good.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good match, and like, I forget what frame it was when I punched and Steve's on the double, and all of a sudden you never know. He throws a 4 or 5 bagger, and all of a sudden that 96 is gone pretty quick.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, it was frame 4. You're exactly right. He throws the strikes the next couple of frames. All of a sudden he makes up 26 points and he's on a double. That's big momentum too. So it definitely could have got really close down the middle, and then I think Steve had a corner and a punch in there too, and that. Yeah. But yeah, great match, guys. Both bowled really good. Karie, well done. Congratulations.
Thanks.
We're wondering now who's going to play you next, Karie. So there's some comments in there, and we're even talking about maybe we play somebody in a different center if we needed to set up rural, kind of like the Pro League. There's no borders with this. Yeah. Was it a little bit different playing tonight? 1 and 3, or is it? It didn't really make a difference. It was what it is.
No, I think it was good because we played, I guess, match play format. I threw 1 frame, then Steve threw 2, and then we just flipped back and forth. So it was still match play. We still could see what each other's scores were and stuff like that.
Right.
So, question for you guys: was that a little bit of a foreshadowing to our Pro League? Our team versus your team? I don't know. Maybe.
Just bring it on. Bring it on.
On the bench,
I don't know what you guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
You might not want to put me against Steve. He might want some revenge. So
Yeah. Well, we got the manager there, so she can set the lineup. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it'll be fun. Looking forward to that too.
Yeah.
Agreed. Well, thanks, guys. Great match again. It was super fun. Karie, I don't recommend going back and listening to the commentary. You're probably not going to enjoy it much.
it's the people's show, not my show.
That's fair. All right. Well, I think we'll sign off for today. Everybody, thanks for joining us again. And great bowling, guys. Thanks for the match.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks, guys.
love the comments. It was good crowd interaction tonight. So
we had some great conversations.
I love where this is going, and love the comments about who's going to play in the next time. So looking forward to doing more of these guys. So stay tuned.
All right, thanks, guys.